Welcome to the Jaguar Podcast, a show where we discuss all things related to Duval County's finest NFL football team, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Move 42, set, play.
Duval, baby! Hey, everybody, it's Andrew, and welcome to episode 125 of the Jaguar Podcast. In this episode, I'm going to be doing a game recap of the matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. And let's jump into it. To start off with, I'm going to do a big Duval. Excellent win by the Jacksonville Jaguars over the Indianapolis Colts, 27-20 at home. Man, what a great way to start off the season, especially since this kind of crazy and tumultuous off-season. So much drama going on, and we come out, we're the dogs in this game, and we come out and we beat the Colts. Just an excellent performance by Gardner Minshew. He was just near perfect in this game, 19 for 20. 173 yards and 3 touchdowns, and he just played really well.
Balls, man. Heart and balls.
And kudos to him. I'm really excited to see what he can bring to the table this season. And just a great game. You know, there were some ups and downs in this game in terms of the offense and defense. Some shining stars on the offensive side. Obviously, Gardner Minshew. Laviska Shenault, he had a great game. James Robinson, an undrafted free agent, played amazingly. And, I think I was listening to Zach Schaumler's podcast, Strong Opinion Sports. If you get a chance, check it out. He's amazing. But I think he had said that this was the first time in 30 years that an undrafted free agent running back had gotten the start in the NFL. So that's just amazing. Kudos to James Robinson again, because I can imagine that's a lot of pressure, and especially with Leonard Fournette, departing the team and going to Tampa Bay. And it's pretty crazy because Leonard Fournette's getting a lot of hate, especially after the great game that James Robinson had. He went to Tampa Bay. I think he only had like 5 carries for like 19 yards, and everyone's just really hating on him now.
You're not good enough. Piss off.
And I like Leonard. He's one of my favorite players, so I can't dog him too much. But excellent performance by James Robinson in this game. Had an amazing play where he jumped over a defender, and had some great catches in the flats, and just a really, really great performance by him. So kudos to him again. There were some other great defensive plays as well. C.J. Henderson, he had a great game. He had an interception, one really big pass deflection at the end of the game to essentially seal the deal for the Jaguars, and then one real crucial tackle that prevented a first down. So, you couldn't ask for a better game from C.J. Henderson, especially being a rookie. So, got to tip my hat off to C.J. Henderson. But, when I look back at the game, kind of giving you a high-level perspective, I watched the first series where Indianapolis had the ball. They drove down the field pretty fast, and it was a little disheartening. They scored very quickly. I think the defense was kind of a little shoddy, kind of getting their feet. Trying to get used to the system probably, and not having a preseason, so it was a little difficult for them, I think, that first series, but they kind of reset and played much better. The offense again played very well in this game. Gardner Minshew just hitting his marks, just really accurate in this game. I really liked how well he delivered the ball to his wide receivers. He was just awesome. It was just, he was on the money. And Laviska Shenault again. What a player, man. And he's super strong. He caught a pass out, in the flats, and it looked like he was going to get creamed by this defensive back, and he just knocked him over. So, it was pretty awesome to see Laviska showing a lot of strength. What I really liked about this game too was the play calling by Jay Gruden. I really liked it. It was switching it up a little bit. You saw Jay line up Laviska Shenault and the Wildcat, gave the ball to Laviska, let him run it for a couple of plays, and really mixed it up. So, have to give kudos to Jay Gruden. I think he did a really good job. And, I would say there were some ups and downs, like I said, and we'll get in that to a second. If I, want to be critical in this game of some of the plays, I would say, getting into the offensive side of the ball would have to be the pass protection. I didn't think it was very good. I think Minshew got sacked 3 times in this game. A.J. Cann gave up, 1 sack, and then Cam Robinson gave up, 2 sacks. That's concerning. I have to say, to give them kind of a little bit of the benefit of the doubt here. I think Gardner did hold on to the ball a little too long, especially with the 2 sacks that came from Cam Robinson. And that's something that Gardner Minshew, to critique him at all in this game, would be that he holds onto the ball a little bit too long, tries to force a play. But Cam's got to do a better job of pass protecting. AJ Cann too. I mean, getting blown off the ball and letting that guy through and sack Gardner Minshew, that's not good. So really the offensive line, I think, will be potentially the weakest link for this team. I said that going into this season, though. I mean, I ranked the offensive line as like a C+. So we really need to think about that in our draft. Maybe we think about that in free agency. Maybe we go into, maybe we try to get a left tackle, in free agency. I don't know. But Cam Robinson definitely needs to improve. There were some penalties on the offensive line as well. Brandon Lindner got called for a face mask. So that's not good. But, the offensive line definitely can play better, and that was definitely a weak point on the offensive side. From the defensive side, again, I just mentioned this, penalties. Miles Jack had a pass interference call. Trey Herndon had a pass interference call. DeJuan Smoot had a offsides penalty, and then a roughing the passer penalty as well. So, that kills drives, and that's just needless stuff. I mean, if you're getting called for offsides, I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's just a stupid penalty, right? Idiot. So definitely need to be a little bit more disciplined on the defensive side of the ball. I think the secondary probably could have played a little bit better. Like, CJ did give up some plays. Trey Herndon did give up some plays as well, some passes, some crossing routes that kind of, Indianapolis tore us up on. So definitely need some improvements there with, tightening up that coverage. But let's go into some of the good stuff. There were a lot of really, really great offensive players in this game and standouts. I mean, like I said, Gardner Minshew was amazing in this game.
Just heart and balls.
And,
balls.
Laviska Shenault, he was great. He scored a touchdown in this game, ran the ball as well. DJ Chark with the shark attack. He was awesome. He caught a touchdown pass. Colin Johnson, one of our rookies, he had a nice 14-yard reception. Bruce Miller even made an appearance in this game and caught a pass for a first down. That was crucial. So yeah, I mean, that was great. And then I believe Keelan Cole definitely was a shining star in this game. Had one touchdown pass, but definitely was a target in this game as well. I think he had 3 receptions in this game. We'll go into the box score in just a second, but I was very, very impressed with the offensive side of the ball for Jacksonville in this game. Chris Thompson also made an appearance. I think he caught 2 receptions in this game. So I think the offense looks promising, but there's a lot of season left. So I'm not going to get too optimistic, but I was definitely very impressed by the offense. So let's jump into the box score here. On the offensive side of the ball, quarterback Gardner Minshew had, he was 19 for 20, 173 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. So he was amazing. Rushing, we had running back James Robinson, the undrafted free agent, rookie from Illinois State, 16 rushes, 62 yards, 3.9 yards a carry. Was just magnificent. And he had, like I said, that play where he jumped over the defender, just really showing a lot of athleticism in this game. So he was just amazing. Gardner Minshew did scramble a bit. He had 5 rushes for 19 yards. And then we have Laviska Shenault, our rookie wide receiver out of Colorado, 2 rushes for 10 yards. Then we go to the receiving front with Keelan Cole. He had 5 receptions for 47 yards, 1 touchdown. Laviska Shenault, 3 receptions, 37 yards, 1 touchdown. And then, running back James Robinson had 1 reception for 28 yards. DJ Chark, 3 receptions, 25 yards, 1 touchdown. Colin Johnson, like I said, made an appearance in this game, 1 reception for 14 yards. And then Chris Thompson, our third down back, 2 receptions for 6 yards. On the defensive side of the ball, Myles Jack, despite the penalties, did have 1 sack. CJ Henderson had 1 interception. Then we go to the special teams side. Josh Lambo, just incredible in this game. 2 for 2. He hit a field goal from 50 yards, which was just amazing. Just a great asset on special teams. So kudos to Josh. And then we have Logan Cook, our punter, 3 punts, 45-yard average for each punt, and then 1 inside the 20. So, yeah, a lot of accolades in this game, and I'm just super happy about it. It's nice to see the Jaguars start off the season with a win. So, really excited to see what happens. Everybody has been saying that the Jaguars are going to tank, so this game was definitely a surprise to me. I didn't think Jacksonville was going to win the game, and you know that from my last episode where I did a pregame analysis of this matchup. I had the Jaguars losing by 2 touchdowns. I am wrong, and I will admit when I am wrong. So, I know I was wrong.
Idiot!
But, hey, man, I can't get them all right. So, but super excited about the upcoming game against Tennessee. I think it's going to could be a potential close one. It's we're playing in Tennessee. So, we haven't played historically well against Tennessee. Gardner Minshew did beat them at home last season, but, we don't play very well in Tennessee, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. I hope we win. But, Tennessee, I had a pretty close game with the Broncos last week, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. There'll be a lot of good matchups. We'll have to stop Derrick Henry. We'll have to tackle better. We'll have to cover better on defense. But the offense looked great, and I think if we played like we played last week against Indianapolis, it could be a pretty close game. So let me know how you feel about this game. Leave me a comment on the YouTube video or podcast episode. Give me a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel. Show your boy some love. Come by Twitter. My Twitter feed is @Jaguar Podcast, and I pinned a tweet up there. If you leave a review on my Apple Podcast, detailed kind of text review, direct message me. I will send you a free Jaguar Podcast official T-shirt to you if you leave a review. And I appreciate it as always. Stay safe. Stay sane. Go Jags, and I'll see you next time.
Let me get that. JYD coming up with the big sack. Quarterbacks beware, we on the prowl. Game day night, you could hear it in our growl. Intimidation on to keep their hearts racing. Eating other teams live on TV front of the nation. Spectacular defensive scheme.
This episode is available on the Jaguar Podcast YouTube channel. So if you stop by, make sure to subscribe and give this video a like. Also, these episodes are available on iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and other major podcast distributors as well. So if you don't mind, please leave me a review and some feedback. I'd really appreciate that. If you'd like to connect with me on social media, my Twitter handle is @JagWarPodcast. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram. This is Andrew signing off. Cheers.